Hi, Dom, oh, hang on. Hi, Dom. Hi, Dom here, tattoo consultant from Skins and Needles, Middlesbrough. Today I am joined with Antonio, my favourite tattoo artist at Skins and Needles. Antonio, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Antonio. I'm 35 years old. I'm originally from Romania and I'm with Skin and Needles from over a year.
Nice.
I specialize in black and grey because I can see colors. And pretty much I'm a big fan of Gothic work, portraits and realism.
Cool, man. I like this first question. What is it that inspires you as a tattoo artist?
I guess was always with me. Like from when I was a kid. I started working when I was 13. I grew up with this. I consider it the best thing, the best job. So I would literally never quit. So this will motivate me. It's definitely not necessarily a financial part as much as it's an artistic influence.
Cool. What is it that brought you to England or even Skins and Needles to tattoo?
Well, my journey to England was a bit different because I tried London for a few years till I find literally this place where I can feel like finally complete and I can literally work properly and in a really professional environment, which I didn't have the chance in the last few years.
That's awesome. That's cool. Because I know you've worked at some good studios in London as well.
Yes, it's true. I was working on good studios, but definitely not the magnitude of this one. So it's like a way better way to organize myself and express myself in a place where I can do exactly what I like to do, because I'm surrounded by other professional artists, which they are able to do the other part. So we are all of us happy. This is the thing, and I can do exclusively what I like, and this is a really good point.
Mint. What is the process you follow when you're designing a tattoo? Okay, cool.
Well, here you're achieving on a point where you have two different scenarios. The first scenario is when you literally have a customer which have a request. So you need to match that request with the customer present. And the other scenario is when you design something from nothing, waiting for a canvas to apply the image. So in this case, it's like the process, it's slightly different. The main part is obviously we're working 90% of time with customers directly. We need to make a psychological profile really fast when the customer's coming in to figure it out pretty much what we like or kind of the area of interest, to be able to construct your concept or idea on a base of something which is like some sort of readable, if you want to put it like this. After so many years, I have 21 years, so after so many years it's kind of easier to read someone and go from there forward. All this is just for making everything more efficient and more fast, and obvious for them to build their confidence.
Yeah, so for example, what you're saying is, if you know, my nana came in for a tattoo, you wouldn't straight away be like, okay, this lady's getting a skull, like it's going to look so good. You judge her as a character, you'd have a chat with her and see what she likes to get the perfect design for her. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, not everyone will enjoy the thing which I enjoy. So in the end, it's an image which is for life. It's coming with the responsibility to find the best solution for the person. You need to understand they are not exactly in the full knowledge of the whole, all the spectrum of the designs which they can go for. So we try to make something which is suitable. We are pretty much trained. This is our purpose here, to make everything to be possible. Beside that, the other scenario is when you're designing something from nothing, and this is you're going for the ideal scale, ideal canvas, which you try to find after that. Not as easy as sounds like, but pretty much we develop designs which they're gonna achieve a maximum of flow, a maximum of composition. If it's possible, a freehand, I will always be happy to make a freehand. The freehand is going to be the only design which is going to fit exactly perfect, because it's difficult to take in consideration on a flat surface, on a paper or anything else, the volume. The volumetry is really important in any concept, to have a flow, to have a dynamic, and pretty much it's going to be in the end more expressive.
Absolutely, yeah, that's awesome. Antonio, I know your style is unique to a lot of other artists in this studio and throughout, because the way you work with customers is a lot of the time you'll actually freehand the design onto the body, and well, I think that way it must be better, is it?
Well, it's always better because our body being unique, you have the volume different than anyone else. So making a freehand, you have the chance to have something unique, designed for your body, which is gonna suit and is gonna follow the flow of your body. It's gonna start to follow the shape of the muscles, because you can't copy one-to-one, and I'm not a fan of copying. I prefer all the time to change something in the designs, even if I need to follow stencil. But basically, in the moment when you draw something on someone's body, creating a freehand piece, all the concept is gonna have a different flow. It's gonna sit better, it's gonna look better, and it's gonna be more personal to you than to someone else. Plus, it's gonna make it way more difficult to copy, and any copy which someone will try forward will not look as good. So you have the maximum of everything like that for this procedure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, I think what you're saying is sometimes a stencil just won't fit a body the right way. Like, things have to be changed.
Absolutely. Like, for example, on your arm, or someone who have 3 times the volume, the nature of the elements which can be used in the concept is going to be completely different. So in your case, I need to work with vertical things. In someone slightly bigger than you, I'm going to have the chance to work with things which is going to go even to a possibility of going on a horizontal distribution. In your case, it's going just vertical. We need to keep that one. We work few in freehand, so you can see a bit more clear the result and what's the process to go like this. It's going to be no way to copy, or it's not going to fit no one else than to you.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I get asked a lot, oh, I've got skinny arms, like I don't think I'm going to suit sleeves, and I say, bro, my arms are skinny and I have some sick tattoos, thank you Antonio. But that is a good point. Just because you've got skinny arms doesn't mean you can't get sick tattoos.
Everything needs to be personalized for your body shape. And this is what we're doing pretty much here, what I'm trying to promote for. It's like in the moment when you have the chance and you're a bit open, you need to be slightly open in a matter of the designs, because sometimes we see things which will never suit us. But in the moment when you can transform that, or adapt, or bring it closer, or work, you need to understand all the spectrum of options which you have to get to the maximum result, which is being for life. I think this is the biggest aspect.
Definitely. Antonio, understandably, it can be a bit wary for customers when they come in and they see that you don't have a stencil. Like, how is it that you build that trust between you and the customers?
Well, I'm trying to make it playful and gradual, pretty much. Like on the first tattoos when they come in, they're gonna be more fixed. It's really important also if it's the first tattoo or they have already some tattoos, because then they are slightly more open to some of the suggestions. But pretty much I was lucky to meet people open constantly, and this is gonna give you a widest range of expression in there. So on the beginning, I'm working with part stencil, but obvious that's because the things which I was talking previously, like the image is not gonna be one-to-one for that part of the body. So then we're playing with the background, which is gonna be a part of a freehand for that reason, because it's literally getting a better flow on the body. On the second session, we'll try to play with different elements a bit more, and in the end, we're building that confidence to then just let me to go for whatever I consider the best in a matter of a freehand. Obviously, they have the option to refuse. It didn't happen so far, but it's a bigger variety of options working with stencil. After that, working freehand in a base of a relationship which we create in few previous sessions. So it's going to be easier to introduce the full freehand process.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's a bit of a running joke between me and some of the lads in the studio. It's like, oh, getting tattooed off Antonio today. It's like, yeah, what you getting? I don't know. We decide when we get up there, and that is the crack. You know, we trust you, and you're an amazing artist, and I think the freehand really shows.
Thank you. This is the chance of each artist to put his personal touch on things, because if not, all of us should be able to copy images one-to-one. The purpose of tattoo is to be unique. When you're drawing something without a reference, obviously you can have some images to look at, to just have like some idea of some landscapes, to see like if you're on the same line with the customers, because the process of a freehand, it's way longer than just applying a stencil. And you need to be sure you are kind of on the same line, following the same idea, plus bring a bit of special element inside, which is going to make them to be wow to go for it. Anyway, the final image is going to be unique only on the body. It's something which doesn't exist previous like image. No one else have it, and this is the only way to be unique 100%.
Yeah, awesome. I think that's what tattooing is all about, a unique image and a unique vibe for yourself, absolutely.
That was the reason why I started many years ago, because a lot of people, like if we're talking about 21 years ago, everyone was having those tribal, if you remember them. Everyone was having the same tribal, I was having friends with tribal, and that was one of the reasons when I tried to offer something a bit more than this. It was a long and tedious road till here, but here we are. So.
Awesome, mate. Thank you, Antonio. Today's been really fun. Is there anything you would like to say?
No. Yeah, I'm 16 twice.
Thanks. No, that's an outro.
Hello.